Hello viewers, Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. How are we all? I wanted to just look at a few questions that people are bringing forward. Someone asked me after one of the lawmakers in the Iranian government came out and said if the US attacks us, Israel will be obliterated in an hour, that sort of thing. It was frightening enough for the viewer to come forward and can you please read on whether or not there is going to be a war with Iran. Now, in my past readings, I've seen that not to be the case. I haven't seen that those cards are not indicating that there would be, but we'll take an update on that. All right, so war with Iran. Will the US, Saudi Arabia, Israel, will there be a war in the Middle East? Will the US go to war with Iran? Oh gosh, I hope not. I hope not. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Wands as our signifier card. This is talking about people knowing better at this point in time. It's a signifier card. It's like people intuitively knowing this would be absolutely the wrong thing to do. It's also denoting congressional involvement as well. Challenged, though, by warmongers with the Knight of Swords here, the challenge here. This is something also that at a subconscious level we know it would not be advisable to do that, yet a knight is wanting to go into battle to, I guess people see things as their truth. The Saudis would see, the way that they measure things is around greed, oil, political influence, territorial influence, etc., etc. This is also Iran as well. So I feel that they feel that if they are continue to be threatened, they will take action. Okay, so I didn't really want to have a look at that, but this is the foundation of the reading. Unfortunately, we've got this push towards war. This definitely is a moment of chaos and destruction, trying to break down things. This could also indicate that, I'll just bring the laptop down, that in the future really this is somebody bombing somebody else, isn't it? Now, there was that threat, again, that if the US attacks Tehran or Iran in any way, that they would fire missiles onto Israel. What we've got in the past is the ending, and really what ending this is pointing to is the ending of peace. Now, when I say the ending of peace, I'm not saying that there is war there in the Middle East at the moment, but there were the structures that protected war from starting. There was the compact between the US, the Obama administration and Iran, and allies, other world partners, to prevent Iran producing nuclear weapons. And unfortunately, that has come to an end. And that we see as the precariousness of the situation. Now, why? Why has that come to an end? Well, a couple of reasons. Saudi Arabia is looking to gain that geopolitical influence. And, something as absolutely perverse as the President of the US, Donald Trump, would not have an Obama initiative stand. He wanted to destroy every thing that Obama left behind for us, the Obama legacy. So what's in the sky, though, which is reasonably hopeful, given that Tower is coming there, is that there is a chance of new deals, new alliances to be made, and that could be the allies, the democracies standing firm here to stop the US going to war. However, the immediate future, we've got this commerce and expansion. So understanding that a war in the Middle East would actually impact on this. If they're going to hold back, it will be for this reason. So you may have those Western democracies intervening. Why are they intervening? Because we're getting very close to a world recession, and anything further to destabilise that would actually be quite detrimental. The current situation here, this is the Two of Cups. This is the US, I feel, and I would say Middle Eastern allies. So Saudi Arabia, Israel, etc. This is also bringing up potentially what's at the heart of all of this, and this is commerce, trade, expansion. Page of Wands in the environment around this is immaturity. This is, I don't like seeing these cards when you have the Tower here. It's almost whose seasoned hand is guiding all of this, who's at the rudder, who's steering this ship. And it is all about this money and behind the scenes, this dark money, this covert nature of these alliances now between Saudi Arabia, Russia, US, Israel. It's all about the money. It's all about trade routes. Okay, so we've got insecurity here and hoarding money as an outcome. That's good because even though I've got a Tower moment here, I'm not seeing war in the outcome yet. So we've got the Six of Swords moving on from the Tower moment to perhaps a safer position. And we've got someone being offered something but being disappointed in that offer. Okay, what have we got hidden from our view? The Four of Wands, which is sort of a reunion here. A reunion with oneself, celebrations, family, suggesting that there could be action to avert war, particularly by your Congress. And the other Western democracies do not want any more destability, but the unknown or the volatility here is Iran itself. Okay, it's almost divinely inspired as well. It's really one more thing, and I think Iran would start with fire a missile. So let's have a look at would the American Congress avert the Pentagon, etc. I guess the Pentagon, Congress, other agencies, other various structures in the US working to prevent a war in Iran. Are they working to prevent a war in Iran? Working to prevent a war in Iran. Okay, let's have a look. Yes, they are. This is what was hidden from our view. Okay, that's a yes card. It's also a celebration card. Okay, but they're being challenged by this focus on greed, this dark money that's in politics. King of Swords is the foundation of the reading. These are lawmakers. This is your Congress. Could also be the Mueller report having something to say about the Saudi and Trump relationships here. These, particularly Israel. I'm getting an isolation here. This is really Trump being isolated. I've got the Chariot coming forward here. This is really something very strong. This is in the sky. So unfortunately what you've got is a situation where the slightest thing would tip Iran over the edge and they would start to take action. Although in the immediate future we've got this stability coming through here with this Queen of Pentacles. The High Priestess currently is telling us that there's more to this story than what we know. Okay, so there are covert things going on at this point in time that we're not able to see. we've got the environment around balance. So I do feel that your structures in the US, behind the scenes, away from the White House, away from the corrupt actors in the Senate, whoever they be, there are structures within the US that are working behind the scenes to keep the balance. The Page of Cups here, something being offered. That's the fear. I feel that's their fear, that what has the Trump government regime offered Saudi Arabia and Israel. Six of Pentacles, we've got this being in debt to somebody. However, we've got the World here as being the significant card. And the Page of Pentacles suggesting there could be some sort of news coming forward. What's hidden from our view is the Queen of Cups. So collectively, both through the world democracies, those democracies that are still standing, and your structures in the US are working hard to keep balance so that there's not a war. So that's rather comforting reading. I want to look at at the time that Trump walked across to North Korea, I thought to myself, that is just a photo opportunity. It's staged. It's not real. Bolton was nowhere to be seen. Now we know that Trump is fairly volatile at this point in time. Mike Pence was called back, I think, he was somewhere in the States, and he was called back for an urgent meeting at the White House. My feeling is Trump is becoming, what's Trump going to do? Well, he's flowing out of the reading. So really, let's have a look at that. What's he thinking at the moment? Is he going to try and push things, or is he worried about the humanitarian crisis at the border? What's going on here? Okay, so the Hanged Man has come out in reverse, suggesting that he's going to be moving forward with some sort of plan. With the Knight of Pentacles, he's going to announce something. I don't know what, but there's going to be an announcement of some kind of action coming forward from the White House. It's going to be quite a bold move from Trump. With these two of swords here, it's decision time for him, he feels. Let's have a look if we can get a reading on what this Hanged Man, it's something to do with the world here. It's the World card has come out again. So it could be something, an announcement around moving forward with foreign policy. What is that? God, I hope it's not we're going to invade Iran. What is this policy that Trump is moving forward with that has something to do with the world? Okay, so we've got juggling and manipulation, and we've got this can be a new conflict as well. Is he going to start this war with Iran or announce? Okay, so the ending of something. More likely to be, I'll just bring the laptop down, more likely to be an ending of some kind of compact or arrangement that he's going to announce that's actually going to put us in a bit of a spin. The ending of something, the ending of an alliance. Surely, it's not going to be we're pulling out of another peace treaty or another missile, to prevent an arms race, or what is this with the ending here? What is he going to announce? The ending of some kind of agreement? What do we need to know? Let's have a look. Okay, so something that brought us hope. So it's quite significant what he's going to announce. And it's a new partnership with somebody else. Okay. Could be a trade agreement. Could be another way of aligning the US with countries that it hasn't been aligned with before in some way. There's some sort of pulling out or moving forward with something. It's to do with financial security as well, or he's feeling insecure, which is why he's doing this. Okay, let's have a closer look at the Emperor. I want to make sure he's not going to announce that he's going to war with Iran. Is he going to announce this? There was that Tower card. Is he going to announce war with Iran? All right, let's have a look. And King of Wands, he will be trying to show who is boss. And the Two of Cups with these deals, this came back before, showing these alliances with MBS, with Saudi Arabia and Israel. And we've got the Six of Cups being something to do with his past, deals that he's made in the past. So whatever this announcement is, it's actually going to be relating to his past and the deals that he's done in the past with somebody. Okay, what is it? Is this a deal with Russia? Is he going to announce? Okay, so I'm not seeing... I didn't see a war card, but is this something, an announcement around Russia? Could be a visit. Let's see what's coming forward. Okay, so we've got the devil coming forward here. Some people refer to Putin, but we also have the Queen of Swords, suggesting it's whatever he's going to come out with is going to be strongly resisted by the Congress. It's going to be that outlandish in a way that's going to be strongly resisted. So it could be, it could be a new pact, it could be a new alliance, it could be something. Why is he doing it? That's really what I want to know. Why is Trump doing this? Is this part of the vindictiveness that he holds here? Why is Trump doing it? Or is this on Putin's say-so? It is a plan that's been in place for some time. Or, it's been something that's been cooked up, if you like, for some time. And the Page of Cups, it's talking about an offer here. He's going to offer something. Okay, now this could even be financial aid to North Korea, for example, because we had that photo op. It's certainly all a stage scenario. Is this some kind of financial aid to the brutal dictatorship of Kim Jong-un? Oh, goodness gracious. I mean, what would a murderous dictator do with money from the US? Is this aid to North Korea? Going to try and do something like that, and Congress is going to... That's yes, okay? So this is all around victory for him. It could be money to North Korea, but what's behind this is Putin. Again, trying to... North Korea and Russia are aligned. That's quite obvious. North Korea and Russia are acting. That flew out. The Queen of Cups. Yeah, something to be revealed in the support here. It's going to be a lightning bolt to us, whatever he's going to announce. I feel it's around North Korea. It's also around those alliances, Middle Eastern alliances. Okay, so... yeah, it is to do with money and financial resources. What's hidden from our view is the Trump organisation. So basically my intuition is telling me that he's going to make an announcement. It's going to be pretty shocking and controversial. He's going to perhaps end something so he can start something else. The Middle East is in there as well, so we need to look there because it's based on a deal that he's done with the past. Putin's front and centre in this reading. Anything that Trump does with North Korea is Putin's behind that. That's my feeling. I didn't see China in that reading, so I'm going to give another shuffle, and I'm going to ask about the growing collaboration between China and Russia. What do we need to know about that growing collaboration between China and Russia? Let's cut the deck. We've been to the Middle East. We've been to North Korea. We've been to the White House and this current emergency. We understand that if there was a war or Trump threatened to attack Iran, he would have to go through the Congress. They could be thinking about ways that they would do that. But there is going to be some announcement that is going to take everybody by surprise coming out soon from I would call it potentially, my impressions are unstable US president. So where's China in all of this, guarding its own interests? Okay, what's behind the growing partnerships and collaboration between Russia and China? Mutually, they've got mutual interests. What's their mutual interest here? Their mutual interest is to try and weaken US influences. They're also moving on. So this is, the world is changing. Structures are changing as a result of what's going on in the US at the moment, and people are thinking about how they can benefit and gain from what's going on. So what's behind the Russia and China collaboration? What is behind the Russia and the China collaboration? Bullies in a schoolyard, how do they gain influence? Well, they gang up with others that are like them. But we've got loss here, the 5 of Cups. So they're both trying to make up for any losses, dominations, etc. in the past by the US. They're also, I feel, trying to weaken the US influence so that they can step into the fray. What they're challenged by is that America is at a crossroads. Which way is it going to go? All right, the Page of Pentacles. As always, there is dollars, money behind this collaboration. You'll have more announcements coming out of China and Russia about their compact, their alliance. Certainly, this is really. I feel they feel this was something to celebrate, the weakening of the US. We've got the loss here. There's been a lot of damage done in the last 2 years, without me overstating that. We do have the Wheel of Fortune turning here, though. So these two powers, China and Russia, have come together because of how Trump has handled his foreign policy, because of the trade wars. Russia is an Putin, I won't say Russia, Putin is an opportunist. They want the wheel to turn in their favour. The 8 of Wands suggesting this is quite strong, this alliance now, and it is going to change. It's just going to change, I guess, or challenge, if you like, the security. It's going to provide Russia and China with security. But it's also what is one person or one country's gain is going to be someone else's loss. 3 of Pentacles. Again, the hope is it is around finances, trade, and self-reliance, standing on one's own 2 feet. This is good for Russia. It is a wish come true for them. And, of course, China has everything to gain and nothing to lose by this offer from Russia of an alliance. But what is hidden from our view is the Tower card, I'm sorry to say. This new alliance will disrupt world conditions in some way, with this Queen of Pentacles being security, financial security. What one gains, on one hand, someone else loses on another. When you've got this these kind of conditions, these kind of dictatorships, authoritarian regimes that aren't democracies. Okay, so do we have to worry about Russia and China asserting themselves, asserting their power, perhaps over the US in some way through new alliances? We've got Western democracies being weakened. US unable to challenge the Pentagon report, US unable to challenge Russia's growing influence. Does the US and other Western democracies need to worry about this growing influence, this growing geopolitical influence from China and Russia? China's very close to us in Australia, in our part of the world. Russia very close to Northern America in some respects as well. Okay, so do we need to worry about the Russian-Chinese alliance? Okay, so we've got somebody's downfall here. And we've got challenged by disappointment. Now that's good because this could mean that getting Trump out of office is fairly critical. We've got the sword of justice coming forward as the foundation of the reading. We've got the plans. I feel this is within the US to really hold Trump accountable. We've got new beginnings here in the sky. Do we need to worry? I think unity is going to be a factor. We don't know what the USA is going to be like in 2 years in terms of unity and disunity. But if the US is threatened, if Trump's out of office, if the truth was revealed, you might have a chance of unity here, because we've got the Six of Cups suggesting a reunion with one's past. Two of Pentacles in the environment around juggling manipulation, hopes and fears. It's certainly a fear with the Pentagon releasing that paper that the US is getting increasingly, it's getting increasingly difficult to hold back Russia's threat to the world, to the US and to the world, its growing influence. And the Five of Cups, we've got loss here. Okay, so we can read that card as there being loss here for Russia and China. Certainly they're wanting to weaken the US. Okay, what this is saying is unless the US changes tact with this president, that there could actually be loss from Russia and China's partnerships. We are going to be getting news though soon with this Page of Swords. We're going to get some sort of information coming out soon in relation to this question. What is that information? I'm going to ask if Trump will step down before the end of this year. I do feel that he will, and I do feel it's a question we need to ask, because I am feeling a sense of urgency to get this man out of the Oval Office because of what's going on in the world here. Okay, let me just give another shuffle. All right, is Donald Trump going to step down before the end of the year? Okay, there's an insecurity there. Is he going to... He's feeling insecure about the power structures that hold him in place. Very insecure, financially insecure as well. He's under threat, we all know that. He's really in a decline as well. You only have to listen to his interview with Tucker Carlson going on about homeless people in San Francisco and other cities, liberalism type cities. It's incoherent, it's illogical, it's just downright whatever. So what's going on here? Is he going to step down before the end of the year? Will Trump resign before the end of the year? Trump resign before the end of the year. Okay, so what we've got here is his insecurity is being challenged by restriction. He's being fairly gated. There powers that be, his handlers are restricting him in a lot of ways. We've got the Two of Cups here, is the foundation of the reading, suggesting that there could be alliances coming into play here. Will he step down so much? This Queen of Cups comes up as the collective effort to remove this president, suggesting that something will be revealed and we will all be able to see it. Okay, the Knight of Swords suggesting that there will be investigations coming out with findings that will actually enable everybody to see what's been going on. We've got Mueller's appearance in July here. We've got the Hanged Man now in the upside down position, suggesting things are now going to start to move forward after much delay and obstruction. We're going to see investigations move forward. Things are going to get moving again, is what this is saying. The Mueller investigation, the investigations, things are going to start to move. The hopes and the fears, the Republicans are running counter interference to all of this. And we've got the Five of Cups suggesting that there's a loss here for Donald Trump. We asked, would he stand down by the end of the year? The Five of Cups is suggesting that there is going to be a loss there for him. The Knight of Wands suggesting that there is a plan in place here at this point in time, obviously with the Democrats, and there is going to be new beginnings. So what's hidden from our view is the Queen of Pentacles, and this is, I feel, this often comes forward for the Congress as well. There's going to be, I feel that he will go before Tarot's a bit hard with timelines. I've always felt he's going to step down. There is going to be loss there at the hands of investigators for Donald Trump. It is suggesting that what will be revealed will be so strong that it will cause unity between the Democrats and the Republicans to actually get this president out. I'm just going to ask that. Will the Republicans join with the Democrats to remove this president from office? Republicans, Democrats join to remove this president from office. I think it's a bit more than Republicans. It's actually, this is loss, this is divorce actually, this is heartbreak. I feel that it's other structures within the US as well, counterintelligence structures. This president's clear and present danger. Will the Republicans and the Democrats join to remove this president, to force him out? Will Republicans, Democrats join to remove this president? Okay, so we've got some secrets to be revealed. We've also got something happening on the world stage here. The significance of removing him will be, in a way, to save the world. Okay, he is going to be taking an offer. He will be offered something in order for him to remove himself. It's around loss. It's around this continual loss for the US that will force people's hands. Let's have a look here. The Magician. Okay, this is actualizing something into reality. The World card, yeah. Okay, it's what's likely to come out is how he's been financially gaining from foreign actors, bad actors. This is Russia, and his abuse of power here with the Five of Swords. I asked, would they join together? This is the downfall of someone. Yes, they will. This is a yes card. This is the Magician's often my Republican card as well, suggesting that the secrets that are going to come out are going to be such that this president will have to take an offer. It has to do with the Mueller report. Look at these two. Look at these cards here. We've got the world. This is something of huge significance involving other countries. We've got, the King of Pentacles financially gaining from other countries, according to my impressions and my tarot cards. And we've got investigators, particularly, Mueller is a metaphor for all those investigations which began with him. He's appearing in Congress before the House on July 17th. There is going to be something that will be revealed about Trump that will cause the Republicans and the Democrats to come together. Okay, so the abuse of power, information coming out about an abuse of power. This is an offer being given to Trump to leave, and this is the sword of truth and justice, which is hidden from our view. So really, I feel I'm just getting a really, very unsettled an unsettled vibe today. I don't know why in relation to Donald Trump. Something's going on here at this point in time across a number of areas, but I do feel at the end of the day, before the end of the year, or early next year, hopefully sooner rather than later, that Donald Trump will be made an offer to stand down, step down, and it will be because the Republicans and the Democrats have come together to remove this president. I know it's very hard to imagine, but I think with that world card there and that Five of Swords, I think what is going to emerge eventually from investigation is just how seriously compromised the president could be, or allegedly could be. So, yeah, worrying times, but I do feel that we've still got some kind of foundation of stability, and I feel largely due to the structures. The structures are being tested, there's no doubt about that, but the structures, I feel, are going to hold, the structures that keep us safe. But I have to say that when they start to go through what has been done, what are they going to find? Let's ask that question. Post-Trump, what are they going to find? We've got the ending here, the death card coming out here. What are the investigators, the authorities, the agencies, those that go in post-Trump, what are they likely to find? Let's just ask that question. Post-Trump, what are they likely to find? Oh my God. All right, let's have a look. What are they likely to find? All right, okay, we're likely to find loss. Okay, likely to find loss. Awful cards, death card and the Three of Hearts here, the Three of Swords, sorry. Loss. They're going to find a huge extent of loss. They're going to find a lot to do with money, appropriations, who's in debt to whom. This is money going out and money coming in. It's around his debt to these countries. In the past, we've got the new beginnings. Of course, that would be in the past position because we're talking about post-Trump. This is also a fool who took risks and endangered everybody else. The deals that were done, I think, are going to be the most shocking thing. Queen of Wands, things that are going to be uncovered, plans, etc. Queen of Swords, that's as the current reading. The current position. It's interesting. There's a woman here. There's two women here. Usually that's my congressional card, the House card. What are they going to find? What are they going to find? I'm feeling the law here, and it being broken. We've got the Strength card in the environment around strength and endurance. So the reading is really saying that what is currently hidden is going to be quite strong. The strength of that. This is really around dark money. And it's also going to be, look at the number of things that this person is carrying with this Ten of Swords. Huge amount of things are going to be eventually revealed, benefiting one's business. The Ten of Pentacles, that's family wealth. And the Knight of Wands, the many plans, I guess, that were put in place in the last couple of years, and the deals that were done. But this is also new starts here. So this reading is talking about the ending of his presidency. That's what I feel is most important, the most important takeaway message. All right, this is a long reading, so I will leave it at that. But I do feel quite there's the July. If you go back to my July reading, it's quite a worrying month. And that death card, the endings that came up in that first week as well. So, yeah, I'll leave you to make of those cards what you will. Also, before I leave, I just want to do a quick shout out. I don't generally do this because I like people to make their own minds up about other readers. Find and make those judgments yourself. I don't tend to do that because I have a respect for everybody's gifts. But I am going to do a shout out here for Kirsten over at Solar Hypnotherapy. She does some very, very complex readings on Trump, and it's great that they're actually available on YouTube. So I follow her. She's also done a lovely healing video, which actually really touched me. It came at the right time. I've had some family issues here in the last week, and it was a very comforting reading to me. So something beyond just the your normal political reading. So head over to Soul Light Hypnotherapy. Kirsten over at Soul Light Hypnotherapy. Also, Johnny over at Tarot's Apprentice has given me a shout out. Bless him. He really cracks me up. He's done some readings where he bursts into laughter, and I just sit there laughing along with him, knowing exactly what's caused the humour to come forward, and trying to control one's laughing when Mitch McConnell presents in a tarot card looking like this. I mean, what else can you do but laugh? But so as I said, all the light workers that are working hard here to try and bring forward information that's relevant to you. A shout out to them all. So you be the judge. You make your own decisions about who you like, as I do, and I follow them all. Not follow, but I watch them all because I feel that they're doing important work. But I did want to mention Soul Light Hypnotherapy there. Kirsten over at Soul Light Hypnotherapy, just a wonderfully layered reading. So, and a reading that really helped me yesterday with what I was going through. So I'll leave it there. Wow, we've been all around the world, haven't we? So, as I said, my feeling is at the end of the day, it's precarious. We're at a tipping point. But my feeling is that those structures will hold. So keep that hope alive. Keep those thoughts positive. Keep engaged. Keep doing what you can. And I'll keep doing what I can. And, we'll ride this through and come out the other side, and we'll be wiser, and the world will be better because of this situation that we had to go through, this darkness that we had to realise and bring in the light. So thank you very much, viewers. Thank you.